Caroline Cosmos, Faith Kemunto Mogeni, Maitha Balicha, Bani Felicia Sultani, Wangombe Benjamin Mwangi, Janet Wanjira Nyaga, Gloria Chepto Cheriot, Victor David Mbuthia Irungu, Rispa Brenda Wanja Njagi, Mwigarire Tasha, Mwathi Kithinji, Isaac Genya, Charity Chelangat Rotich, Geraldine Mora Kokelo, Mwangi Bob Chris Maina, Teddy Mugambi, Alice Kemunto Kebabe, Olo Melbreed Akoth, and Lynn Chebet Lioba. My Lady, the Chief Justice, these are the petitioners physically present before you. Now we shall proceed to take the oath before the Chief Justice. So you hold your oath in your left hand, with your left hand, and the Bible with your right hand, or the Quran. And if you are ready, you state this after me. I do swear by the Almighty God that I will at all times uphold the rule of law and the administration of justice, and that without fear or favor, I will well and truly discharge my duties as an advocate of the High Court of Kenya. So help me God. Thank you. You may be seated and sign the oath. Append your best signature, because you will keep a copy of that oath in your file. Some of you did come with your pens. Don't do that mistake when you're going to court. If you are done, I'll again ask that you be up and standing as I welcome the Chief Justice to make the order admitting you.
I, Martha Karambu Kome, Chief Justice and President of the Supreme Court of Kenya, do hereby, having been satisfied as to your qualifications, service, and moral fitness, order signed this 12th day of September 2023.
Some of you are just murmuring. You should be shouting. Okay, we may be seated. Thank you, Chief Justice. If that is the much you can do, I'll say no more. So on days like this, we are favored by our seniors in the profession to give us pieces of advice, to guide us as we embark on this journey. The order that the Chief Justice has just made is the order that you are waiting for all these years. So as you start your journey today, I want to welcome from the Kenya School of Law, Dr. Henry Mutai, who is the Director and CEO of the Kenya School of Law, to just address you and give you pieces of advice. Karibu.
My lady, the Honorable Lady Justice Martha Koome, Chief Justice and President of the Supreme Court of Kenya, the Chief Registrar of the Judiciary, the President of the Law Society of Kenya, the representative of the Attorney General, Brigadier Alice Mate, the acting CEO of the Council of Legal Education, invited guests, ladies and gentlemen. Allow me to be the first to congratulate all of you on your admission to the bar. This is a truly momentous day that I am sure you shall remember for the rest of your lives. This marks the culmination, the successful culmination of a long and arduous journey. And I'm sure that when you joined the Kenya School of Law, you were wondering at what point you would get out and be admitted. Well, the day is finally here. However, this is not and should not be seen as the end of your learning journey. Practice is changing as we speak, and it is important that you always keep abreast of the latest developments. At the school, our mandate was to ensure that we have equipped you with the right tools to go out and practice, to make sure that you are not a danger to the citizen out there. And we believe we have done so. And that can be confirmed independently by the Council of Legal Education, who administered the exams to you, and you got your 9 Ps at the end of the day. As you commence practice, whichever line of work you choose, whether private practice, corporate law, or some other line which may not be related to law, one thing I would encourage all of you is to seek out mentors who will guide you in the practice of law. As you start, there are many things that may not have been touched on in class, which can only be learned at the feet or through a mentor. And I know that the Chief Justice herself has taken a very keen interest in nurturing young lawyers, and I hope you take up the opportunities that come your way, whichever path they come. I know the LSK also has various mentorship opportunities available, and maybe the people that you have done your pupillage under, if you continue engaging with them, they can prove very valuable mentors for you as well. The future of the country depends to a large extent on adherence to the rule of law and ensuring access to justice. You may hear that the country has a lot of lawyers. I believe after today we're probably in the 23,000s, but there are still very many people out there who do not have access to qualified legal counsel, and you will go out to fill that gap. So as the future of the profession, I urge you to take the oath you have just taken very seriously and do all that you can to build us a better country. With those very few words,
thank you. The Chief Justice and the President of the Supreme Court, the Chief Registrar of the Judiciary, my colleagues, Director of Kenya School of Law, representative of the Attorney General, and the newly minted advocates. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning once again.
Good morning.
Isn't this a beautiful day?
Yes.
And we are delighted to join you on this day. Before I make my remarks, let me invite the Vice President of the Law Society, Ms. Faith Odhiambo, to just come and greet all of you, because you look extremely beautiful and well made out. And I hope that you will continue with this dress code. This is the minimum. So may I invite the Vice President, Chief Justice, with your permission, to just say hi to the newly minted advocates.
The Honorable Chief Justice and President of the Supreme Court of Kenya, Honorable Martha Kome, the Chief Registrar, Honorable Anna Madi, the representative of the Kenya School of Law, the Director, the Acting CEO of the Council of Legal Education, the representative of the Director of Public Prosecution, and the representative of the Attorney General. And most importantly, to the 224 of you, good morning. Good morning. Good morning. I'm not feeling the energy of the newly admitted advocates. Good morning. Good morning. Much better. First of all, I also want to join and say you look amazing. Today, I think you get stellar points in terms of how you're dressed. But today the Chief Justice whispered something to me, so President, allow me to steal the show a bit and give a speech instead of just saying hello. So, ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, and most especially the newly admitted advocates of Kenya. First and foremost, congratulations on reaching this defining milestone. Isn't it amazing? It's truly a profound day, not just for you, but for all of us here. Can you feel the weight of that robe that you're wearing and the wig that you're wearing today? Now, this is not just a robe or wig. It represents your desires to make a change, why you chose this path. Was it to champion justice, to stand up for those who cannot stand up for themselves, or to interpret and craft the laws that would shape your nation's future? Whatever your reason is, today is a defining moment, and it starts from today. It embodies your hopes, your dreams, and the countless hours of sacrifice that has brought you to this moment. Today I stand before you not just as the Vice President of the Law Society of Kenya, but as your colleague, and hopefully soon to be your friend, to welcome you with open arms to this noble profession. Remember the first day you stepped into law school? Do you remember the burning desire? Do you remember the passion? Where you wanted to outsmart each other and answer all the questions. You've watched all the series that you can to try and prepare yourself for how moot courts will be. Now, our profession is much about learning and practice. Who can you better learn from than those who have walked this path before you? So as has been said before, seek out mentors. Ask, do not be afraid. What have they done differently? Listen to their trials, their tribulations, and their triumphs. There is a treasure trove of wisdom awaiting for you, so don't miss out. As to my seasoned colleagues, some are here, you will meet them. I urge you to open your doors to these newly admitted advocates. Stand with them, reach out to them, guide and share and nurture. After all, this is what our profession is about. The seniors to work with the juniors to help you achieve your hopes and dreams. Now let me tell you something else that I'm passionate about. Mentorship and collaboration. If two heads are better than one, imagine the potential of hundreds or thousands when you reach out, engage and build together. As the African proverb, if you want to go far, fast, go alone. But if you want to go far, go together. So to our new 224 advocates, I promise you this. The Law Society of Kenya will stand with each and every one of you. We have stood with the ones that came before us, and we will stand with every one of you. Look around you. Our world is changing, and with it, opportunities are rising in the legal space. They're expanding, and there's hope for you. So let no one tell you that there are no jobs and there are no opportunities. You can create jobs, you can create opportunities for your sections of energy sector, anti-money laundering, ICT, and financial services. Each day, new platforms are being launched. We're having advocates, young as yourselves, developing virtual offices and spaces. So there's potential. The potential starts with you. Can you see yourself playing a part in these evolving narratives? The horizon is wide and the opportunities are limitless. Are you ready to seize them? Are you? Yes. Are you? Yes. Now that's more convincing. In closing, let this day be a reminder of not just when you wore this robe, this gown, this wig, but today is a testament to your determination, perseverance, and passion. Wear it with pride, dignity, and remember your integrity. As lawyers, it's only our integrity that sells us in this market. So how you stand up, how you start from today will determine your future. So wear it with pride, with dignity, and in the undying spirit of service. You have conquered many mountains, and I'm sure you're going to conquer much more. Whatever you do, don't stop.
My Lord, the Chief Justice, on behalf of the Law Society of Kenya, and on my own behalf, I take this opportunity to welcome into membership of the Law Society the newly admitted advocates and offer my congratulations to all of you on becoming members of this most honorable profession. This ceremony recognizes the several years of rigorous study of law, the hard work and the sacrifices that all of you have made. And we want to acknowledge and appreciate all those who have contributed in one way or the other to your achievement. Can we give them a round of applause? So I want you to make no mistake about this. Today is a life-changing moment for all of you. By the pronouncements that the Chief Justice has made, your status has now changed. You now belong to the land of the law. Ladies and gentlemen, the world over, it is the commitment by lawyers to their professional duty that keeps order over anarchy. And in order to discharge this duty, we must all aspire to unimpeachable standards of practice and ethics. And I urge all of you to familiarize yourself with the Law Society of Kenya Code of Ethics and Conduct, live by it, internalize, because that should be your guiding Bible in terms of how you conduct yourself at a professional level. The Vice President did mention that most of you had a lot of vibe and energy when you were in law school. I have no doubt, because she's your teacher. And while I might not know why each and every one of you studied law, I want to impress on all of you to aspire to serve humanity and not material gain. I want to urge you to reflect on the words of Karl Marx in a speech he did titled Reflections of a Young Man on the Choice of a Profession. And he says, "We must therefore seriously examine whether we have been inspired in our choice of a profession. But the chief guide which must direct us in the choice of a profession is the welfare of mankind and our own perfection. Man's nature is so constituted that he can attain his own perfection only on working for the perfection, for the good of his fellow men. History calls those men the greatest who have enabled themselves by working for the common good. If we have chosen the position in life in which we can most of all work for mankind, then no burdens can bow us down. because they are sacrifices for the benefit of all. And then we shall experience no petty, limited, selfish joy, but our happiness will belong to millions. Our deeds will live on quietly, but perpetually at work, and over our ashes will be shed the hot tears of noble people. Newly admitted colleagues, the oath you have taken today should be a guarantee to the world that you are an impartial advocate of justice, an instrument for the defeat of tyranny and the triumph of justice, rather than a technician skilled in the art of legal subtleties for the benefit of a particular client. So I urge all of you to keep on fanning the sacred fire of freedom and justice. Let me remind you that as advocates, we are mere custodians of a sacred duty that we have received on trust, conferred on us by generations long gone, and held by us for the benefit of generations yet unborn and for centuries to come. So therefore we cannot, we must not betray that trust. Our aspiration to the highest standard of ethics and practice must be individual and collective. Clients and employers will be demanding, and you will discover that this can be a very stressful job and career. And so the support of your peers and those you get admitted with today, and those that you will meet in your various places of work, will be invaluable. So I urge all of you to learn to be a decent human being. Participate as much as you can in the activities of the societies. Volunteer to sit in bar bench and CUC meetings so that you can get to understand the workings of the law and build your networks across the different stakeholders that exist within the legal profession. If you go to the branches, participate in the branches. Volunteer to give free legal advice as you build your networks and as you gain experience and exposure. I must say at this point that because you get into this profession at a time when the law society is going into its politics, and the various candidates will be coming to you for election, I urge you to participate in the elections of the law society, but do so decently, do so respectfully, in your tweets, in your comments on social media. Portray yourself in the manner in which you would want your clients to see you, because your deeds, your words will constitute part of how people will perceive you. So if you make harsh and offensive comments, people will think you are that person, even though you are doing it perhaps just for the benefit of getting likes. And what are they again? On social media you get likes and what? And retweets, yeah? Yeah. So it is essential that you secure and maintain that all-important trust that the public must have in our profession. You will have your clients place their trust, their finances, and their liberty in your hands. That trust is an honor, very difficult to earn, and yet so easily lost. So do everything possible never to lose that trust. In joining the legal profession, you will be called upon to deliver fearless advice, to speak out on cases of injustice, or to advance or defend positions that are true to the law but may be unpopular. While these obligations may seem a burden, they are in fact exceptional privileges and part of our duty to society as advocates. Indeed, I want to submit to you that there is no greater honor than to bear this exceptionally heavy burden. And so the law is constantly evolving, and you need to constantly learn new things, constantly hone your skills. The law is dynamic, and so is the professional practice environment. So therefore, to remain relevant and competitive, you too must evolve, must improve, and so do not presume that all the hard work ends today. In fact, the hard work begins today. There is so much to learn from the experience of those who have been longer in this profession, and it is a process that never ends. Relentlessly seek new and relevant skills to give you that competitive edge over your colleague. And remember what the Vice President has said, there are new and emerging areas, and you have the benefit of recent learning. Let me tell you one truth I learned on the day of my admission over 18 years ago. Does it look like 18 years ago? Does it? I look just as young. You know, you need to learn how to compliment your president. That is how you gain the favor of the Law Society. Yeah? This is a profession of persuading people. But the one lesson that I learned and that I've kept to date is that your reputation is all you have. Times will come, you will make money. There are times when you will not make money. But I can assure you, if you have no reputation and you are at the lowest of your moments, you will never be able to come back up. But if you have reputation as a diligent lawyer, your plate will always be full. It will never lack. So consider yourself your own personal brand. Grow your reputation carefully, very, very carefully, and protect it with your life. This is where excellence and the highest standards of ethical practice will help you. I must tell you this because bad stuff tends to follow you around. So avoid any conduct or practice that risks your reputation. It is simply not worth it. I urge all of you to, as much as possible, find a mentor to guide you on the common side of life. There are things that we have learned through this profession that you don't need to make. There are mistakes we have made. You don't need to make those mistakes. Try and seek us out and learn from the mistakes that we made so that you can avoid them and you can become a better person. I want to just remind you that the legal profession is what I would call a jealous lover. It is demanding of attention and tender loving care. But I want you to remember that this jealous lover is not you, and neither is it your family. So it is not all stress and high standards. The law, you will realize, affects all facets of our life, and it will allow you to work in your work to find humor and express creativity. It is important, therefore, to find balance in your life and to nurture your support system. They will be there for you when times get rough, as they surely will. From the different parts of your life's journey, different homes, backgrounds, and in some cases, countries, you will now embark on your goals and career path for the years ahead, as unique and as diverse as you are individually. the administration of justice will only benefit from the experience and perspectives that you bring. My brothers and sisters, let me end by congratulating you once again on your admission and wishing you the very, very best as you embark on what I hope will be a long and fulfilling career in the law. Welcome to the profession and welcome to the Law Society of Kenya. Thank you. May I just take a minute to recognize Mr. Mora Kabata. Mr. Mora Kabata is a council member with the Law Society of Kenya. Thank you. Let's give him.
Okay. Thank you, President. I now wish to welcome from the office of the DPP, Senior Assistant Director of Public Prosecution, Tabitha Ouya.
Thank you so much. The Chief Justice of the Republic of Kenya and the President of the Supreme Court of Kenya, allow me to adopt the protocol that has been set. Ladies and gentlemen, and to the newly admitted advocates, good morning. The Chief Justice, Martha Koome, let me start by apologizing that it is not in my nature. Congratulations. You look beautiful, handsome, bright. Yeah, and I want to relate to this because exactly 30 years ago, I was in this situation, and I can relate to maybe the feeling that comes with it. I know you are excited, you are full of joy, but there is also some bit of uncertainty. Allow me, CJ, to associate myself with the remarks that have already been made by the President and the Vice President, and I was telling my brother there that they have said everything. However, I have always told myself and prayed to my God that whenever I am called upon to speak, let me not lack anything of wisdom to say, especially to young people. So I'll make these few remarks. One, you have been called to a noble profession. You are in the justice sector, and remember adherence to the rule of law. Remember that the rule of law is at the very core of our nation. Our national anthem speaks of the rule of law. Let justice be our shield and defender. Today you've been called upon to be the defenders of justice. Your journey begins today. You have just done a small fraction of the journey, and that was the preparation. There is a long way to go. You are going to learn through experience, through exposure, and through what you will allow yourself to go through and to accept. So it is you who will chart your journey. You have just started. Humility will take you far. Diligence will take you far. Courtesy will take you far. Remember, it cuts across between yourselves, your colleagues, your peers, your seniors, your juniors, to the courts, to the clients. It goes that far. Operate with diligence, humility. Always remember, submit yourself to your seniors. When you are told this is not right and this is the other way, this is the right way to go, accept to learn, because it will take you far. I have told you that I started my journey 30 years ago, and I think I have come this far because of submitting to my seniors, to be able to be taught and to be mentored. A few years later, you will be offering yourselves for some jobs in this country or to organization, And some of the issues that we have been told here, they will count. You will be asked, what have you done to the society? What do you do? What are your hobbies? How have you assisted the needy? How have you volunteered? All these things will count. Do not count money. Do not put money in front of everything. Count it like service. Personally, I have been approached by people from different sectors, even in the church. They wait for you outside. They know you are a lawyer. They want legal advice. Some of them, you will refer them to a lawyer. Some of them only need to be referred to a good lawyer. Some of them just want some words of encouragement. Some of them just need to be told, you are doing the right thing, or this is the way to go. But not all of them require money. So that will take you far. I wish to emphasize that you need to go an extra mile to burn the midnight oil for research, for searching, and for consulting. It always makes a difference. If you are to appear before a court and you took it very lightly, you never did any preparation, you did not do any reading, you did not even consult, you always have it very rough in the court. And if your colleague on the other side is well prepared, they'll carry the day. So always remember that a little sacrifice makes a big difference. I would like also to emphasize that it has been a big challenge in the profession, particularly to the young lawyers, about how we dress. Today, you have been taken through dressing, how to wear your wig, how to wear your flaps, how to do this and that. But soon you start going with the fashion. It also barber shop. They are submitting in court. Ladies, their heads are covered with that bowl, hiyo kitu, and they are submitting in court. I don't want to go to the extreme example. Some are even, I cannot speak in this forum, but it's been very, very ugly. So now that we have gone to the virtual courts, it serves us well, it serves the justice system well, but we also have to remember that you cannot be frying eggs or potatoes in your kitchen, chopping your vegetables, and also speaking to the judge. It can't work like that. You must set a suitable environment, a decent background, and dress well. Just in case, not even just in case, how many of you is watching, because there is always that mishap. So having said that, I also want to just conclude by saying, I have served in the office of the Director of Public Prosecutions. I started from the lowest rank in 1993. I have risen through the rank, and I have benefited from the fruits of staying, hanging in, holding on. Yeah? So always remember, choose a path and also try to hang on to something. Don't jump on this. Huku wameadvertise. Nimesikia huku wana this side they are paying well. You jump. Yeah, I mean nobody will be able even to speak about you because you never stayed long enough for anybody even to make a reference for you. I want to take up this opportunity to invite those of you who will be interested in the criminal justice that the doors of the Office of Director of Public Prosecutions are open. It's an interesting field, very vibrant. Don't you think I'm glowing? Who wants to join me? Thank you so much. You are all welcome. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Just to remind you that we have guidelines for virtual court proceedings, and they demand that when you are addressing the court, you put on the camera. You may put it off during other times to save on power and the environment, but when you are addressing the court, you put it on, so you might not be lucky if you are somewhere suspicious. Representing the Attorney General Brigadier Alice Mate, who is the Director of the Assets Recovery Agency. Director General, Karibu.
Thank you very much. My lady, Honorable Justice Martha Koome, the Chief Justice and the President of the Supreme Court of Kenya, the Chief Registrar of the Judiciary, the President of the Law Society of Kenya, the Chief Executive Officer of the Kenya School of Law, and the Acting CEO for the Kenya Council of Legal Education, my distinguished colleagues, and most importantly, the newly admitted advocates. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. What happened to the energies? They have gone down. Right. My name is Brigadier Alice Mate, as has been mentioned. I'm here representing the Honorable Attorney General, who would not make it this morning, but I'm also here, Honorable Lady Justice, on my own behalf as well. And if you allow me, my lady, let me just also take this opportunity to congratulate these newly admitted advocates to the bar. Congratulations. My lady, allow me to make a few remarks. First and foremost, I'd like to extend my heartfelt congratulations to each and every one of you who have successfully completed the rigorous journey of the legal education and training. It has been rigorous, isn't it? Your hard work, perseverance, and unwavering determination have brought you to this very significant milestone in your careers. As advocates, and this has already been said by our colleagues, our senior colleagues who have talked, you are entrusted with a profound responsibility to uphold the principles of justice, fairness, and integrity, most importantly. The legal profession plays a pivotal role in the society, as the President of the Law Society has just told us, as it is through your expertise and advocacy that we ensure the rule of law prevails and the justice is served, all right? In the realm of the Asset Recovery Agency, the body which I head, we have been told that there are many emerging fields that we are supposed to put our eyes to new horizons. I would submit here, through the President of the Law Society and my senior colleagues, there are many, and I want to agree, there are many emerging fields that you may want to put your eyes on. Among the many emerging fields you may want to look at is the asset recovery, anti-money laundering, it has been mentioned. These are new fields. And I want to agree with my colleague who said, no, they don't agree to the submission that there are no jobs. The fields are many. You just need to open your eyes and put your eyes to the horizon. All right? So in the realm of the Asset Recovery Agency, our mission is to combat crime through the recovery of proceeds of crime that have been obtained through illicit activities and criminal enterprises such as corruption, money laundering, and other financial crimes. And we do this by upholding the principles of justice, integrity, and accountability in order to safeguard our financial institutions and systems and to protect the society at large from the harmful impact of these criminal activities. So as new advocates, you now have an opportunity to join us in this noble cause. Your legal skills and knowledge will be invaluable in our fight against against those who seek to undermine the integrity of our financial systems. By working closely with our agency, you can help us dismantle some of these complex networks of corruption, expose the hidden assets, and also ensure that those responsible for the financial crimes are actually held accountable. The road ahead, as has already been told to you, is not going to be easy. The pursuit of justice is often met with challenges and obstacles, but it is during these moments, I must say, that your character will shine through. So it is therefore your duty to remain steadfast in your commitment to the oath that you have just taken this morning, to the rule of law, to act ethically, and to always advocate for truth and justice. Remember that the legal profession is not just a means to earn a living, but a vocation that serves the greater good. As advocates, you have the power to effect a positive change. You have the power to give a voice to the voiceless. And you have the power to champion for the rights of the oppressed in the society. So therefore, I urge you to embrace this responsibility that you have acquired this morning with humility, with a lot of empathy, and with a deep sense of purpose. Strive to, we hope that you're going to strive for excellence in this new profession, never compromising on your integrity. Again, seek opportunities to continuously learn and grow. This has been told to us this morning, and I may as well repeat it. Seek opportunities to continuously learn and grow, as the law is ever evolving. Lastly, I would like to express my gratitude to the mentors, the teachers, some of who are here with us this morning, and your family members as well, who have supported and guided you throughout your legal journey. Their unwavering belief in your abilities has undoubtedly played a significant role in your success this morning. In conclusion, I congratulate you once again on this remarkable achievement. As you embark on this new chapter of your careers, I implore you to remember the power that lies within your hands and to use it for the betterment of our society. Together, we can build a future where justice prevails and the rule of law reigns supreme. Thank you all. Thank you, and you have a very impactful legal career. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Brigadier Mate. Let me also congratulate you on this day. At this point, I wish to welcome the Chief Registrar of the Judiciary to give remarks, and thereafter welcome the Chief Justice.
Thank you, Honorable Onjala. The Honorable Chief Justice and President of the Supreme Court of Kenya, Justice Martha Koome, the Chair of the Law Society of Kenya, Mr. Eric Theory, Vice Chair, Faith Odhiambo, Director of the Kenya School of Law, Dr. Mutai, Acting CEO of the CLE, Mary Muturi, Brigadier Mate, representing the Honorable the Attorney General, Madam Tabitha Awuya, representing the DPP, distinguished new advocate. It's been a long journey. I'm sure all of you know one or two people that... Yes, good. We have one. Do you have the... Welcome to this noble profession. It is indeed a noble profession. For as long as you do the right thing. So as you come in, you will remain standing. If you choose to do the wrong thing, even a small wind will blow you off. So we're going to do the right thing. Thank you. I also want to just, like Tabitha said about the office of the DPP, the judiciary is a great place to work. We have a lot of opportunities for young lawyers that keep coming up. We often advertise for positions in the magistracy, in legal research, in law clerks. We have opportunities with our court-annexed ADR initiatives, among others. So if you feel inspired to join the judiciary, just reach out for advice, for guidance. There are people who helped you to get to this place today, your parents, your guardians, those who give you bus fare, those who bought you airtime, those who did this and that for you. Honor them. The success that you enjoy today is not yours alone. So those who have walked with them, those who have walked with you, honor them, remember them. above all, never forget to pray. Whenever we have events like this and everything runs so smoothly, sometimes we take it for granted and we assume that it's supposed to be that way. But there are people who put in a lot. Honorable Njala, together with your team, for organizing this very well. Hasn't he done a good job together with his team? Thank you very much. May God bless you. I just want to wish you all the very best as you join the profession, and let us all make a difference. May God bless us all. With those remarks, Honorable Chief Justice, it's my singular honor and privilege to ask you to come forward and address us. Honorable Chief Justice, please.
Good morning again.
Good morning.
I feel like I must say this, that you look gorgeous. Both men and the ladies, this is the way you should look all the time when you are appearing in court. And those who have even looked for a makeup artist, you all look very well groomed. I think you should learn now how to do it yourselves so that you'll be looking like this all the time. Because when you respect your job and where you're going, and you respect the way you look like, I think even what you're going to do will respect you and honor you. So keep it up. It is indeed a joy, as always, for me to stand before you. Madam Tabitha said it's 30 years, mine is 37 years since I sat where you are. And I was feeling like I was beginning from a disadvantaged position. And I want to assure you that there is no disadvantage for anybody, because this country belongs to all of us, and all the opportunities that are there are ours for us to claim and work hard for. So as you sit there, sit thinking about your dream, sit thinking about the faith, sit thinking about the great profession that you have entered, and you will get there. So allow me to recognize our very special guest this morning, the Honorable Chief Registrar of the Judiciary, the Honorable President of the Law Society of Kenya, and the Vice President of the Law Society of Kenya, Madam Faith Odhiambo, Dr. Muturi, Director of Kenya School of Law, and thank you very much. You have done a wonderful job instructing these people in all the ways. Madam Mary Mutungi, the Acting CEO of the Council of Legal Education, Brigadier Mati, thank you. Madam Tabitha Owia, on behalf of the DPP, we appreciate you. I also recognize my brother Judge George Atunga, who is coming here to accompany his wonderful daughter, and even took the time to dress like you people, not to dress like a judge. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you also the council member of the Law Society and all the parents who are able to find their way in, your guardians, and all your supporters. We celebrate them today. And today is your day. It's the day we celebrate you, the newly admitted advocates. It's the day we honor you. It's your day. Thank you very much for giving us this joy to celebrate this day with you. So once again, receive my very, very hearty congratulations on your signing of the role of advocates. Today, you are advocates of the High Court of Kenya, status, small claims courts, the tribunals. Those are very many titles. Please appreciate yourselves. So today, no doubt, like all the speakers have said, because what they have said is very, very poignant. Those nuggets of wisdom are wonderful. I hope they will keep reverberating in your journey. And I really wish to associate myself with those speeches. When I looked at my speech, I wondered whether there was anything left for me to say. But like Tabitha said, I have to hand my day's keep as the Chief Justice by saying something. But thank you very much for those wonderful, encouraging speeches. So admission to the role of advocates is a turning point, and I see transformative leaders amongst yourselves who are going to impact this society very positively. I say so because you are joining the legal profession at an exciting moment in our justice system. This is so given that the judiciary, in collaboration with the other actors in the justice sector, we have all embarked on an ambitious quest to deepen access to justice and improve the performance of our justice system. The DPP has spoken, the representative of the Attorney General has spoken, the Law Society has spoken, and even the institutions of our legal learning have spoken. If we had time, we would have invited more actors in the justice sector, the people we work with at the National Council on the Administration. So today, therefore, opens up for you spaces and opportunities in the justice sector, for you advocates. And I'm speaking particularly to you who have been admitted today, because as you reached here, I know you have heard negativity about joining the legal profession. People telling you it's already branded. If I was a politician, I would dismiss those naysayers as people who purvey fear, people who sell fear in our lives. Let me tell you one word which has no place in the legal profession is fear. You will fear nothing as long as you're doing the right thing, as long as you're following the law. You will represent your clients, you will argue your clients' cases, and even if your clients lose their cases, it is not to put fear in you, it is to embolden you to continue representing, because even when they lose, it is not you who has lost, it is their facts and evidence that will not be sustained to win. Learn from your seniors, patience to understand what is before you and what you're supposed to do and respond to, and more importantly, humility, that as you join this movement, you join it with a deliberate intention. It may be in the places where you worship, or even the places where we gather. There are many, many incidences that require your attention. I also invite you to areas that you will never lack. We are trying to establish a high court station in every county and a magistrate court station in every sub-county. Those courts, including the many small claims courts that we are opening all over, will require advocates to represent the people who appear there, just and rob in the bucket. Your admission to the role of advocates also affords you a rare opportunity to use your skills and knowledge on behalf of this society, especially the vulnerable in our midst. We still have many members of the vulnerable segment of our society, including children. Also, as a growing economy, we need efficiency in the resolution of our commercial disputes to increase the attractiveness of our nation as a desired business destination. We in the judiciary have rolled out what we are calling the multi-door approach to dispute resolution. And this has many, many facets, so that if somebody has a dispute, they have a menu to choose from. Because you can choose the court annexed mediation, you can choose the AJS, the alternative justice system, you can also go to the small claims courts. And these also, like I have said, offer opportunities that newly admitted advocates can make use of. There are many exciting initiatives that are being rolled out within the justice sector. And I saw almost everybody was there. I don't know whether you were on TikTok or but no doubt, this ICT also comes with opportunities to be exploited, and it is upon you to not abide by the requisite professional standards and ethics are bound to stumble in their career journey. This is why we had you, and I had the president of the Law Society. But even if you become employees in the public sector, given the cancer of corruption in our society that has posed a challenge to probity and integrity in the workings of our public institutions, we are always drawing attention to the people enjoying the public service to be guided by the ethics and integrity